NFL PrimeTime. Next. The following is a special presentation from ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Live from Veterans Stadium, it's an NFL primetime matchup on ESPN. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chris Berman alongside Tom Jackson. What's the key to the game, Tom?
This place will be rocking today, and both of these teams are poised to give it all they've got.
Thanks, Tom. Jenkins set to receive the kickoff. We're underway.
I understand that these teams were scrapping in the tunnel, so there should be no shortage of physical play today.
1st and 10. Near formation in the backfield.
Set.
Cut. It's a run. Fumble.
This player won't be winning many fans after a play like that.
1st and 10.
Set.
McNabb with a quick drop. Tackled at the 21-yard line. A 5-yard pass to Mitchell.
You know, Chris, the defenders have to realize that this offense will make some plays. Set.
The quarterback looks to pass. That's his first knockdown pass of the game.
Boom, he overwhelmed his man, was able to jump up and tip the ball. Set.
The quarterback looks to pass. Caught. A 21-yard pass by McNabb.
The defense should be discouraged on that play. They had good coverage, but they still gave up the touchdown.
Here's the kick. Thrown down by Reese. 1st and 10. They bring in the nickel package.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback drops back. He lost it. Incomplete.
The Cardinals' lack of a consistent running game should get better with an improved offensive line.
2nd and 10.
Set. Cut.
Plummer with a quick drop. Held up at the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard pass to Sanders. That's his first pass reception today.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Chris, the defender came up and he really put a hurt on the receiver.
They'll kick it away. Here's the punter.
The Eagles' offensive focus is on the short passing game. Expect many quick outs and screens coupled with a healthy amount of play action.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Set. Cut.
Here's the pitch out. Breaks the tackle. Pile driven at the 33-yard line. A 5-yard run by Staley. 2nd down and 4 to go. 3 receivers set for Philadelphia.
Green, 11. Green.
Pass play. The defender gets a hand on it. Incomplete. That's his first pass defended today.
It's still early in the game, but they didn't run that play with the precision that they wanted.
McNabb dropped back, brought down at the 39-yard line. First and 10 at the 39-yard line. 4-3 defense for Arizona. They're going to run it. Second and 8. McNabb, quick drop. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Third and 14 at the 35-yard line. Pass play. Caught. He corrals him at the 39-yard line. A 4-yard pass by McNabb. Here's their first punt of the game. Tackled by Mayberry.
The Eagles' defense creates confusion with tenacious blitzing. Teams may find running much easier than passing when playing against this talented squad.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line. 4-3 defense for Philadelphia. Plummer looks downfield. Brought down by Vincent. A 9-yard pass by Plummer. He's 1-for-1 passing on this drive.
Michael Pittman is capable of breaking one every time he touches the ball.
Play action fake. They give up the sack.
Boomer, he showed great quickness off the snap, and the secondary will be thanking him for the effort.
They're down and 4 for the first. Plummer looking to throw. Caught in traffic by number 82. A 6-yard pass to number 82. That's his first pass reception today.
You know, Chris, the receiver did all the work on that play. He bailed the quarterback out of what wasn't the most wise throw.
Plummer with a quick drop. He corrals him at the 45-yard line.
Chris, this guy is throwing as well as I've seen him throw in a long time. The thing that impressed me on that play is that he seems relaxed.
Blue 33. Blue 33. Set.
Plummer with a quick drop.
This is why it's so hard to go over the middle, because the receiver knows that whenever the ball is thrown his way, a hit like that is coming.
Plummer with a quick drop.
If the quarterback had thrown a tighter spiral, that would have been a catch.
Plummer looking to throw. Caught. He'll get the first down and more. A 14-yard pass to Pittman.
You know, Chris, this quarterback said he had a great week of practice, but he can't do it all by himself.
The pitch out by Plummer. Can't hold on. Stopped by Moore. A 5-yard run by Pittman. Second and 4 at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals put a man in the slot. Plummer with a quick interception. Barely brought down by Boston. The Eagles send a man in motion. McNabb with a quick drop. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Second and 15.
Set. Cut.
McNabb with the quick drop.
The Cardinals have relied on their defense in the past to carry the team, but times are changing. Arizona has lost a lot of talent and again has to rebuild this unit.
Third down and 15 for the first.
Set. Cut.
McNabb looks downfield. Stopped by Sanders.
The defense is going to look back and see they blew a golden opportunity.
First down and 10 to go. 4-3 defense for Arizona.
Cut.
McNabb looking to throw. He corrals him at the 45-yard line. A 12-yard reception by Martin.
Boomer, the receiver just wanted the ball more than everyone else.
Set. Cut.
Pass play. Caught. Right around him. He could go all the way. A 54-yard pass for the touchdown.
The receiver found a weakness in the coverage and exploited it for 6 points.
It's good. That'll be 2 extra points today. Here's the kick. Tackled by Emmons. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. Cut.
Pass play. He dropped it. Incomplete.
Set. Cut.
Plummer with a quick drop.
Punishing the receiver is what a good defender will be in position to do. That is, if he can't pick off the ball.
Set. Cut.
Quarterback drops back. He can't bring it in. Incomplete pass.
That is inexcusable.
Stopped by Kendall. First and 10.
Set. Cut.
Here's the pitch out. Pours on the speed. Second and 10. The Eagles send a man in motion.
Cut.
The pitch to Staley. Thrown down by Fredrickson. They lost a few yards on that play.
This offense was a little too predictable on that last play call.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Their offensive coordinator has to be shaking his head after witnessing that effort.
First and 10. 4 down linemen on D.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Covered like a proverbial blanket. Incomplete.
Set.
The Cardinals send a man in motion.
Hut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down at the 31-yard line.
No panic on the defense. They read the formation and made the play.
Set. Hut.
Plummer with a quick drop. Tackled by Reese. Here's their third punt of the game.
Boom, he got all of that one, and it hung in the air forever.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. The D shows a 4-3.
Red 81. Red 81. Set. Hut.
McNabb looking to throw. Intercepted by Lassiter. Tackled by Lewis. That's his first interception of the game. Arizona ball.
The defense did a good job of disguising that play, and the quarterback never saw him make a break on the ball.
Hut.
Plummer looking to throw. That's his second sack this game.
You know, Chris, I think it might be better for the offensive line to get a couple of holding calls rather than let their quarterback get hit like that.
Hut.
Draw play. Tackled by Reese. Third down and 15 for the first.
Set.
The quarterback looks to pass. Here's their fourth punt of the game. Tackled by Davis.
This punter has himself a strong leg.
1st and 10.
Set. Hut.
The ball to Staley. Runs right. Second down and 9 to go.
Set.
The Eagles send a man in motion.
Hut.
The pitch to Staley. Nowhere to run. They lost a few yards on that play.
Chris, there's a lot of game to be played, but that is certainly a good sign for the defense.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback drops back.
Chris, he had the ball the whole way till the defender got there.
Landetta back to punt. They collapsed on the returner as soon as he caught the ball.
You got that right, Chris. Those guys were flying down the field on that play.
Set. Hut.
Draw play. Brought down on a shoestring tackle. 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Caught in traffic by Pittman. A 16-yard pass by Plummer.
Michael Pittman has an excellent pair of hands out of the backfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback drops back. Caught. A 9-yard pass by Plummer. He's now 2 for 2 passing on this drive.
You know, Chris, I'd like to see the defense come after them a little more aggressively next time.
Red 33. Red 33. Set. Cut.
Makovica with the ball. He corrals him at the 32-yard line. A 7-yard run for the first down. 1st and 10. 3 receivers set for the Cardinals.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback drops back, caught with 2 defenders on him. A 4-yard pass by Plummer.
Frank Sanders is a veteran receiver who knows how to get open and make catches.
Set. Cut.
Quarterback drops back, brought down by Emmons. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set. Cut.
Quarterback drops back. Knocked down by Harris. That's his first pass defended today.
That's not how they practiced it. I watched them run that play in practice this week, and they're probably going to try it again today at some point.
Cut.
Plummer drops back. Tackled by Reese. 3rd and 6 at the 16-yard line. The dime with only 3 pass rushers for Philadelphia.
Cut.
Pass play. Caught. He gets the first down. A 16-yard pass for the touchdown.
The quarterback delivered that ball in traffic for the touchdown.
The Cardinals line up for the extra point. And it's good. That's his first extra point today. Gramatica, the kickoff. Brought down by Thompson. 1st and 10. The D shows a 4-3.
Set. Cut.
McNabb, quick drop. Stopped by Reinhardt.
You know, Chris, I was talking to the offensive coordinator, and he kind of hinted that they had a trick or two planned for this game.
Set. Cut.
Handoff to Martin. Brought down by McKinnon. Martin gets the first down. First down and 10 to go.
Set. Cut.
The pitch to Staley.
A little more determination, and who knows, that may have been busted for a big run.
Second down and 17 to go. The D shows a 4-3.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Boom, football is a collision game, and that was a perfect example right there.
Set.
McNabb looks downfield. It's caught.
That was the epitome of running a good route.
First and 10. The D shows a 4-3. The Eagles send a man in motion.
Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Covered like a proverbial blanket. Incomplete.
Set. Cut.
McNabb with the Quick drop. Mitchell in traffic. A 14-yard reception by Mitchell. That's his second catch of the game.
The defense had good coverage on that play. The receiver just made a fantastic catch.
The quarter will come to a close before they can get another play off. Score at the end of the first quarter, the Eagles 14, Cardinals 7. First and 10. Pro set, receiver in the slot for the Eagles. McNabb, quick drop. Pile driven at the 38-yard line. A 1-yard reception by Thrash. That's his third catch this game. Second and 10. 4-3 defense for Arizona.
Set. Hut.
The pitch out by McNabb. Tackled by Stone. They lost a few yards on that play. What a great jump he got on the snap.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do when a defender gets in there that quick.
Set.
McNabb looking to throw. Incomplete pass. They'll line up to punt it away. Tillman was injured on the play. He limps to the sidelines.
He's off to get x-rays. Let's hope it's not too bad.
Hut.
Plummer looking to throw. Caught.
He came clean off the line, beat the defender to the pass target.
First down and 10 to go. 4 down linemen on D.
Set. Hut.
Pass play. Dropped by Mitchell.
The quarterback needs to get some help from his teammates. You simply can't catch the ball for the receiver.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. The report from the locker room, a broken foot by Tillman. He's out for 1 to 3 weeks.
Set.
Plummer looks downfield. Stopped by Trotter.
It's beautiful when the offense fires on all cylinders just like that, Chris.
First down and 10 to go.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Pass deflected. Incomplete. That's his third pass defended this game.
Oh, he's lucky the DB didn't catch that pass because that would have been 6 points.
Set. Hut.
Draw play.
The big defender just crushes him before he ever gained any momentum.
Third down and 11 for the first. Strong eye, receiver in the slot for the Cardinals.
Hut.
The quarterback drops back. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Here comes the punting unit. Tackled by Davis.
Set. Hut.
The pitch to Staley. Dropped by Thrash. As we go inside the numbers, the Eagles have figured out how to beat the secondary of the defense. Interesting stats so far, Tom.
The offense have done a nice job of mixing up the passing game.
Hut.
McNabb, quick drop.
You know, Chris, as the game moves along, I think each team is getting a good feel for what the other is trying to do.
Third and 4 at the 30-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. Quarterback looks to pass. Caught with two defenders on him. An 18-yard pass to Thomason.
That one could easily have been picked off.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. The pitch to Staley. Around the left corner. Stopped by Lassiter. Staley gets the first down.
A hard blocker, sure hands, and strong running, Deuce brings the complete package to the running back position.
The pitch to Staley. Nowhere to run.
I'm impressed with his ability to get in there and disrupt the play before it gets started.
Round 64. Round 64. Set. Cut.
McNabb looking to throw. Third and 12 at the 40-yard line. Far formation for the Eagles.
Cut.
McNabb looking to throw. Big hit causes that pass to be dropped. Wow.
Man, he was crushed.
Punt out of bounds. They'll take over from there. First down and 10 to go. Pull back to the strong side. Receiver in the slot for the O. An amazing takedown by the defender.
That one I didn't get. They're going to try to run it back underneath and take advantage of up-the-field pressure, but someone obviously blew an assignment.
Set. Cut.
Plummer drops back. Good defensive play. Incompletion. Third and 13 at the 10-yard line.
Set.
Pass play. Caught.
Chris, that's the kind of play you need to keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Set. Cut.
Handoff to Pittman. Second and 8 at the 33-yard line. I formation, receiver in the slot.
Cut.
Quarterback drops back. Stop at the 38-yard line.
If you're going to throw, you have to protect like you saw there. Because of that protection, a quarterback can have the luxury of taking his time and putting a little touch on the ball.
Cut.
Plummer, quick drop. Tackled at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pass to Sanders.
The man with the hands, Frank Sanders, is the go-to guy when your offense needs the clutch catch.
Cut.
Plummer looking to throw. Knocked down by Moore. That's his second pass defended of the game.
Quarterback is lucky to get that one back.
Set. Cut.
Plummer drops back. That's the 35th pass attempted today by Plummer.
Have mercy. That's one way to separate the ball and the receiver.
Set. Cut.
Plummer looking to throw. Good defensive play. Incompletion. Player back to punt. First down and 10 to go. 4 down linemen on D.
Set. Hut.
Running play, runs right. Tackled at the 34-yard line. Second and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Third and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Quarterback drops back.
That's a perfect example of how to disguise your coverage. The quarterback misread it, and it was nearly a pick.
First and 10. Weak eye receiver in the slot for the O. Makovica with the ball. That's his 8th tackle this game. They close that hole up quickly. Wow.
Absolutely. Shut it down.
Second and 10.
Set. Hut.
The pitch to Pittman. Held up at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 for the first. The Cardinals send a man in motion.
Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Caught. Tackled at the 21-yard line. Mitchell gets the first down. A 36-yard pass by Plummer. He's 1 for 1 passing on this drive.
It is rare that you see a tight end capable of catching a pass that far downfield.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Plummer with a quick drop.
He just dropped the ball.
Where was his concentration?
Set. Hut.
The pitch to Pittman. Held up at the line of scrimmage. That's his 9th tackle of the game.
Good job of stuffing the run. The runner had nowhere to go.
Third and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set.
Plummer looks downfield. Caught with 2 defenders on him. Barely brought down by Emmons. A 20-yard reception by Mitchell.
Sometimes you've got to gamble and give your receiver the opportunity to make the play.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Pittman with the ball.
This is how destructive speed can be on defense. He barely has the ball, and the defender is there to wrap him up.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line. Near formation in the backfield.
Hut.
Plummer drops back. It's caught. A 1-yard pass for the touchdown.
He reels it in, they get the TD, and add 6 to the scoreboard.
Here's the extra point attempt. It's good. That'll be 2 extra points today. High and to the right. Tackled by Stone. He's now made 6 tackles in this game. First and 10 at the 16-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. Here's the handoff. Who's tackling who? Tackled by Thompson. An 8-yard run by Staley. Second down and 1 to go. 4 down linemen on D.
Bring 28. Bring 28. Set. Cut.
It's a run. He gets the first down. Staley gets the first down.
When Deuce Staley is healthy, he's a threat for 6 points every time he touches the ball.
First and 10.
Set. Cut.
Handoff to Martin. The shoestring tackle by Fredrickson. That's his 5th tackle today. Second down and 1 to go.
Set. Cut.
McNabb with the play fake. Caught by Pinkston.
A nice tackle after a big game by the offense.
First and 10. The D shows a 4-3.
Set. Cut.
The pitch to Staley. Nowhere to run. He's now made 6 tackles in this game. Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Set. Cut.
McNabb with a quick drop. Stopped by Lassiter. A 10-yard reception by Thresh. That's his 5th catch today.
You know, Chris, the D was just not ready for that play.
The Eagles send a man in motion.
Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass. He gets the first down. A 15-yard pass to Staley.
Deuce is a feature back. He's the kind of guy that you can give the ball to 20, 25 times a game and expect no less than 100 yards in return.
Cut.
The pitch to the back. Nowhere to run. That's his 8th tackle this game.
Boom, the defender was unblocked on his way to introducing himself to the ball carrier.
Set. Cut.
McNabb with the play fake. Caught with 2 defenders on him. There's a penalty on the play.
Holding on number 65, offense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Second down and 21 to go. The Eagles set up their West Coast offense.
Set. Cut.
McNabb, quick drop. Thrown down by Lassiter. A 7-yard pass to Staley. Third down with under 3 minutes to go in the half.
Set. Cut.
Pass play. Caught. A 14-yard pass for the touchdown.
When you get into the red zone, you just have to want it more than the defense.
The kickoff by Akers. Tackled by Mitchell. First down and 10 to go. The D shows a 4-3.
Set. Cut.
Plummer drops back. It's caught. Thrown down at the 27-yard line.
Yesterday, the defensive coordinator and I talked about how they were going to defend that very play.
Set. Cut.
Play action fake. Incomplete pass. Third down and 2 for the first. 4 down linemen on D. The Cardinals send a man in motion.
Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Caught. He could go all the way. A 72-yard pass by Plummer.
Offensively, that's what you're trying to accomplish. Allow one of your playmakers the opportunity to score.
The Cardinals line up for the extra point. And it's good. That's his third extra point in this game. Stop by Frederickson. He's been in on his 7th tackle of the game. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Set. Hut.
McNabb looks downfield. Caught by Pinkston. Caught for the first down. A 33-yard catch by Pinkston.
That's why they call him a deep threat.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. The D shows a 4-3. Ooh, nice disguise on the play action. Brought down at the 36-yard line.
When you position your body between the defender and the quarterback, you give yourself a shot at a first down.
Second and 1 at the 36-yard line. The pitch to Martin. Held up at the line of scrimmage. He's now made 6 tackles in this game.
The defense really neutralized that play at the point of attack.
Set. Hut.
The sneak by McNabb. Tackled at the 33-yard line. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Set.
McNabb with the play fake. Caught by Martin.
Chris, he clearly beat his defender on that play. They better alter their coverage and give more help to his side of the field.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set. Hut.
McNabb looking to throw. Incomplete pass. Second down and 10 to go. 4 down linemen on D.
Set.
McNabb looks downfield. Out of bounds. Third and 10 at the 13-yard line. The
Set.
Eagles send a man in motion.
Hut.
McNabb looking to throw. He'll get the first down and more.
Chris, the wide receiver, clearly beat the defender downfield, making himself an easy target.
Set. Hut.
He gives the ball to Staley. A 1-yard run for the touchdown.
Boom. This guy was going to score that touchdown no matter what got in his way.
Stopped by Harris. First and 10. The nickel package with just 3 rushers. The Cardinals send a man in motion.
Hut.
Pass play. Pass deflected. Incomplete. That's his first pass defended today.
There is no excuse. That was just a dangerous pass.
Set.
Pass play. Throwing right. Incomplete pass. Third down and 10 for the first.
Set. Hut.
Plummer drops back. Caught An amazing takedown by the defender.
Nice job of play calling. They set up that play nicely and have the defense off balance now.
Set.
Plummer looks downfield. Caught in traffic by number 82.
Timeout, Cardinals. They have 2 remaining.
The
Set.
Cardinals send a man in motion. The quarterback looks to pass.
Timeout, Eagles. They have 2 remaining.
Set. Hot.
The quarterback looks to pass. At halftime, the Eagles lead by 7. The Cardinals are set to kick it off. We're underway.
Chris, this first possession of the second half will be critical.
Can't hold on. Stopped by Reinhardt. He's now made 6 tackles in this game. 1st and 10.
Set. Hot.
McNabb drops back, turns on the speed. A 17-yard reception by Staley. That's his 9th pass reception this game.
Tough running is Deuce's calling card. His quiet success on the field has proven to be an eye-opener for many unprepared opponents.
Hot.
Ball to Martin. That's his 5th tackle today. Second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Set. Hot.
He gives the ball to Staley. That's his 9th tackle of the game.
Someone missed the block on that play.
3rd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set.
McNabb looks downfield, caught by Pinkston. He corrals him at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
Set. Hot.
The pitch to Staley. Running left. A 2-yard run by Staley. Second and 8. I formation, receiver in the slot.
Set. Hot.
Nowhere to run. They lost a few yards on that play.
Boom, not necessarily a bad play to run right there. But if your line can't give you any time, then the play can never develop.
Set. Hot.
The pitch out by McNabb. Incomplete pass. The punting unit comes on the field. Brought down by Thomason.
The ball comes down and the return man has good coverage. A nice bit of containment by the kicking team.
Set. Hot.
The quarterback looks to pass. Incomplete. As we go inside the numbers, the Cardinals are getting the job done through the air. Interesting stats so far, Tom.
The offense have done a nice job of mixing up the passing game.
Set. Hot.
Quarterback drops back. The throw out of bounds. 3rd down and 10 for the first.
Set.
Plummer looks downfield. It's caught. Tom, I thought the DB had good position.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't make a play on the ball when it arrived.
First down and 10 to go.
Goal 11. Goal 11. Set. Hut.
He gives the ball to Staley. Tackled at the 46-yard line. He's now made 6 tackles in this game. 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Set. Hut.
McNabb looks downfield. Knocked down. Incompletion. That's his 2nd pass defended of the game.
The defense really got a jump on that ball, and he's lucky it wasn't picked off.
Set. Hut.
Quarterback drops back. It's caught. Tackled by Cooper.
Chris, that was a well-executed play by the offense.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Set. Hut.
McNabb looks downfield. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. 4 down linemen on D.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Knocked down. Incompletion. That's his first pass defended today.
Chris, it's frustrating to a lineman when you give the quarterback plenty of time, and then he goes and throws the ball into coverage.
Hut.
McNabb looking to throw. He needs to invest in some sticker. Incomplete.
Way to stay in your lane and not allow the returner a chance to get a big return.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Ring 81. Ring 81. Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Boom, that's just a case of him thinking about where to go before he reeled in the ball.
Set. Hut.
Here's the run. Bulls over the tackle. 3rd down and 3 for the first.
Set.
He'll get the first down and more. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Nowhere to run. He lost a few yards on that play.
If I had to guess, I'd say that the offensive coordinator had something else in mind when he drew that one up.
Set. Hut.
Plummer with the play fake. Incomplete. 3rd down and 14 for the first.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass.
The receiver will be seeing that one replayed in his nightmares.
Moves like that will get him on NFL PrimeTime. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set.
The pitch to the back. That's his 8th tackle this game. 2nd down and 8 to go. The D shows a 4-3. The Eagles send a man in motion. The pitch to Staley. Running left. Thrown down by Lassiter. A 9-yard run by Staley. 1st down and 10 to go.
Ring 16. Ring 16. Set. Hut.
McNabb drops back. Stopped by Frederickson. A 4-yard pass by McNabb. He's 1-for-1 passing on this drive. 2nd and 6.
Set. Hut.
McNabb looks downfield. Interception. Thrown down by Mitchell. That's his 2nd interception thrown today. Arizona ball.
Set. Hut.
Plummer looks downfield. Incomplete pass.
Ring 19. Ring 19. Set. Hut.
Quarterback drops back.
It takes a special breed of player to hold on to a ball after being hit like that.
Set.
Plummer looks downfield. Knocked down by Moore. That's his 3rd pass defended this game.
It seems that the quarterback's having a hard time telling his own team from the defense. He's liable to outkick his coverage with boots like that.
1st down and 10 to go. Fullback to the strong side with 3 wide for the offense.
Hut.
McNabb with a quick drop. Can't bring him down. A 3-yard reception by Staley. Second and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Set. Hut.
The pitch to the back. Held up at the line of scrimmage. That's his 10th tackle already this game.
He meets it right in the hole. This is set up by the rest of his team maintaining their lanes and allowing him to do his job.
The Eagles send a man in motion.
Hut.
McNabb, quick drop.
Now this offense is showing what it can do through the air.
They line up on 4th and 1.
Set. Hut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped by Cooper. A 9-yard run for the 1st down. That's the 23rd carry today by Staley. Pick up the 1st down and keep the drive going.
Converting the 4th down gives your team a lot of momentum.
And it certainly takes some steam out of the defense. Throwing right. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Draw play. Tackled at the 16-yard line. 3rd and 4 at the 16-yard line. The dime with only 3 pass rushers for the Cardinals.
Hut.
They're going to run it. Looks for a gap. A 5-yard run for the 1st down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Set. Hut.
They're going to run it. He's nearly broken in half. Second and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Handoff to Staley. Third down and 9 for the first.
Set. Hut.
Pass play. Caught by Lewis. Lewis catches the touchdown.
The receiver made that play happen. He used his body as a shield and caught the ball with his hands.
It's good. That's now 5 extra points today. Here's the kick. Thrown down by Posey. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set. Hut.
Plummer, quick drop. There's a man down on the field. Oh boy, looks like a head injury.
Even with decent depth, an injury to a key starter can really hurt a ball club.
Hut.
The quarterback drops back. Intercepted. Brought down by Moore. That's his second interception thrown today. Philadelphia ball. Hey, Tom, that throw was in traffic.
They picked that one off. There were defenders everywhere on that play. Not sure what he was looking at there, Chris.
So they'll turn it over. He's been in on his 7th tackle of the game. Second and 3 at the 37-yard line. 4 down linemen on D. The pitch to Staley. He corrals him at the 42-yard line. The report from the locker room is a concussion by Reese. He should be out 2 to 4 weeks.
Set. Hut.
Pass play. Caught by Pinkston. A 25-yard pass to Pinkston. That's his 5th catch today.
That was just a blown coverage.
First and 10. The D shows a 4-3.
Set. Hut.
Play action fake. The defender gets a hand on it. Incomplete.
Set. Hut.
McNabb looking to interception. Thrown down at the 17-yard line. That's his 3rd interception thrown today. Arizona ball.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Tackled by Emmons. Second and inches. Strong eye. Receiver in the slot for Arizona. They'll keep it on the ground. He gets the first down. A 4-yard run for the first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Set. Hut.
The pitch to McAvick. It's a fumble.
Boom, he's lucky that play didn't lead to a turnover.
Second and 12. They'll run the play out of the pro set.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Tackled by Vincent. Third and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Set.
Quarterback drops back. It's caught. First down and 10 to go.
Set. Hut.
Plummer with a quick drop.
Chris, the receiver, never had a chance to catch the ball because the DB delivered a blow just as the ball arrived.
Red 28. Red 28. Set. Hut.
He gives the ball to Pittman. Tackled by Vincent. An 8-yard run by Pittman. Third and short.
Set. Hut.
Plummer, quick drop. Thrown down by Vincent. That's his 10th tackle already this game. Player back to punt. Breaks the tackle. First and 10 at the 14-yard line. Double tight end, far formation set for the O.
Hut.
The pitch to Staley. Takes it outside. He's been in on his 7th tackle of the game. Second down and 8 to go.
Set. Hut.
McNabb looking to throw. He corrals him at the 27-yard line. A 10-yard pass by McNabb. He's 1-for-1 passing on this drive.
On a play in the coverage, the receiver has to want it more than the defense, and he has to prove it.
Set. Hut.
Pass play. Incomplete. Second and 10 at the 27-yard line. Pull back to the strong side for the Eagles.
Hut.
The pitch to Staley. Running right. Stopped by McKinnon. A 3-yard run by Staley. Third down and 7 for the first. They bring in the extra cornerback.
Set. Hut.
McNabb drops back. Tackled at the 34-yard line. A 4-yard reception by Staley. That is his 12th catch already this game. The punting unit comes on the field. Stopped by Mayberry. First and 10 at the 33-yard line. 8 men up front to the D. Plummer looking to throw. He corrals him at the 44-yard line. First and 10. 4 down linemen on D.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass.
Well, that hit prevented the reception.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line. 4-3 defense for Philadelphia.
Hut.
Plummer drops back. Incomplete pass.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Tackled by Vincent. At the end of the third quarter, the Eagles lead by 14.
Closed captioning provided by
4th and 3 at the 48-yard line. They line up with a lone back.
Set. Cut.
Plummer drops back. Forced back of the line. That's his 5th tackle today.
They come up short, but made the right decision by going for it.
Set. Cut.
McNabb, with a quick drop, brought down at the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pass to Thrash. That's his 6th catch this game.
Chris, the receiver, was able to get himself perfectly positioned for the catch.
Cut.
Pass play. Caught. Who's tackling who? Touchdown! A 40-yard pass for the touchdown. That's his 5th touchdown pass today. They score from the air, Tom.
Good pattern, great reception.
It's good. That's his 6th extra point of the game. The kickoff by Akers. Tackled by Trotter. That's his 11th tackle of the game.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback drops back. It's caught. Second and short.
Set.
Plummer drops back. He takes it away from the receiver. Tackled by Clement. That's his 2nd pick of the game. Philadelphia ball.
Chris, the defender, had to be licking his chops when that ball was thrown.
Green 19. Set. Cut.
He gives the ball to Martin. Stopped by Lassiter. A 9-yard run by Martin. 2nd and inches. 4-3 defense for the Cardinals.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback drops back. Knocked down. Incompletion. That's his first pass defended today.
Boom, they come up short on that effort. They'll have to reload the shotgun and aim somewhere else in the secondary next series.
Cut.
Here's the handoff. He gets the first down. Stopped at the 16-yard line. A 9-yard run by Staley. First down and 10 to go. The Eagles put a man in the slot.
Red 33. Red 33. Set. Cut.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 8-yard line. A 7-yard run by Staley. 2nd and 3.
Set. Cut.
McNabb looking to throw. Stopped by McKinnon. A 4-yard reception by Mitchell. That's his 5th catch today.
You know, Chris, that was a fantastic throw, splitting the defenders.
Green 64. Green 64. Set. Cut.
McNabb looking to throw.
He hit him so hard it would have taken a miracle to hang on to that ball.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. The defense brings in the big guy.
19. Black 19. Set. Cut.
Pass play. The QB is dragged down.
The lineman beat on that play is not going to want to stay in the room when they're reviewing the film on Monday.
Set. Cut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Pinkton in traffic. An 11-yard pass for the touchdown. That's his 6th touchdown pass this game.
The defender can't make a play on the ball, and they score through the air.
Here's the kick. Brought down by Emmons. He's now made 6 tackles in this game. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Plummer looking to throw. Knocked down. Incompletion. That's his 2nd pass defended of the game.
Maybe the quarterback should try looking off the coverage a little more.
Plummer looking to throw. The bomb down the right sideline. Knocked down by Vincent. Already, that's 5 passes defended today.
Boom, at some time the quarterback is going to see film of that play and realize how badly he failed to see the open man.
Plummer looking to throw. Can't hold on.
How did he drop that pass?
They'll line up to punt it away. Tackled by Kendall. 1st down and 10 to go. 2 tight ends, 1 back for Philadelphia. The pitch to the back. Brought down by number 93. They lost a few yards on that play.
There's no wearing this defense down. At least it's not evident on that play.
2nd down and 16 to go. Pro set, receiver in the slot for Philadelphia.
11. Ring 11. Set. Hut.
Here's the run. Breaks right. Brought down by McKinnon. A 7-yard run by Staley. 3rd down and 8 for the 1st.
Set.
McNabb looking to throw. Knocked down by McKinnon. That's his 1st pass defended today. That pass could have been picked off, Tommy. The offense just got away with one right there.
You're right, Chris. They need to be smart with the football to have a chance to get the win.
Punt out of bounds. They'll take over from there. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback looks to pass. Brought down by Caldwell. 2nd and inches at the 24-yard line.
Hut.
Plummer looks downfield. First and 10.
Set.
Plummer looking to throw. Knocked down by Vincent. Now it's 6 passes defended in this game.
They need to start spreading out the ball to more areas of the field.
Set. Hut.
The quarterback drops back. He runs out of bounds. 3rd and 13 at the 34-yard line. 3 receivers set for Arizona.
Hut.
Plummer looking to throw.
There's nothing more intimidating than that kind of hit.
Another punt by Player. brought down by Clement. A 23-yard return by Mitchell.
Chris, he almost broke that one for 6.
Set. Hot.
The pitch to Staley. Nowhere to run. They lost a few yards on that play.
Their tackles are really showing the interior linemen how well they can stuff the run.
Second down and 14 to go.
Set. Hot.
Here's the pitch out. Looks for a gap. Wow, 13 tackles in this game. Third and 9 at the 41-yard line. Lone runner in the backfield.
Set. Hot.
Pass play. Incomplete. Another punt. First down and 10 to go. The Cardinals send a man in motion.
Hot.
Plummer looks downfield as we go inside the numbers. The Cardinals are getting the job done through the air. Tommy, what do you think of the game so far?
The offense has shown they can attack the entire field.
Set. Hot.
Plummer looks downfield.
The defender made a lasting impression on that receiver's mind. You won't see him running a crossing route anytime soon.
Set.
The quarterback looks to pass. Thrown down by Moore. A 6-yard pass by Plummer. He's 1 for 3 passing on this drive. Another punt by Player. Stopped by Reinhardt. First and 10.
Set. Hot.
Pours on the speed.
He looks like he's brought his A game into this battle in the trenches.
Second and 12. Lone runner in the backfield. The Eagles send a man in motion.
Hot.
Ball to Staley. A 1-yard run by Staley. Third and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Set. Hot.
McNabb looking to throw.
A classic case of trying to run with the ball before you catch it.
Stopped by Harris. First and 10. Plummer looks downfield. The defender gets a hand on it. Incomplete. He's done it 7 times defending the pass this game.
Offensively, they look a little tired running those routes.
Set.
Plummer looking to throw.
It's very hard to catch the ball when you're laying flat on your back.
Set.
Plummer looking to throw. The bomb to Boston. Caught for the first down. A 40-yard pass to Boston. That's his 4th pass reception of the game.
David Boston has a tremendous combination of size and speed for a wide receiver.
First down and 10 to go. 4-3 defense for Philadelphia. Pass play. It's caught. Second and 2 at the 14-yard line.
Set.
Plummer looks downfield. That's his 3rd sack today.
Boom, the sacker showed a nice move to get by his blocker and into the backfield on that sack.
Set.
Plummer looks downfield. Caught with 2 defenders on him. A 20-yard pass by Plummer.
Rob Moore and his talents are a bonus for any offense and a force defenses are going to have to answer to.
First and goal at the 1-yard line. They'll operate out of the shotgun. Plummer throws to the flat. A 1-yard pass by Plummer. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Timing is everything. You get there and the ball will be there. Ball is thrown before he breaks. Bam. Touchdown.
The Cardinals line up for the extra point. And it's good. That's his 4th extra point of the game. Here's the onside kick. Blown down by Thompson. That's his 10th tackle already this game.
Set. Cut.
Staley with the ball. Stopped by Thompson. An 8-yard run by Staley. Second and 2. The D shows a 4-3.
Set. Cut.
The pitch to Staley. Around the right corner. Staley gets the first down. That's the 38th rush today by Staley. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. Cut.
He gives the ball to Staley. Stopped by Tosi. Second and 4 at the 16-yard line. The D shows a 4-3.
Cut.
Wrong play.
They should start to mix up the play calling in the running department.
Third down and 9 for the first. The D sets up against the pass.
Set.
Quarterback looks to pass. Thrown down by Lassiter. A 13-yard pass to Thomason. That's his third catch this game.
Catches like that are the difference between being a star and just a contributing player.
First and goal at the 7-yard line. They show goal line O with a man in the slot. The pitch to Staley. They can't bring him down. Touchdown! A 7-yard run for the touchdown. That's his second touchdown today.
Good, solid play. He protects the ball, keeps his feet moving, and runs it in for the touchdown.
High and to the right. Brought down by Posey. First and 10 at the 16-yard line. Quarterback drops back. It's caught. Second and 3 at the 23-yard line. Line up with a lone back. Over the middle. Incomplete. Flag down on the play.
Defensive pass interference on number 20, defense. Penalty accepted, first down.
Chris, I really can't see what the ref was talking about on that call.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Pro set, two tight ends for Arizona. Plummer looks downfield. Good coverage. Incomplete. Pass play. It's caught. Third down and 4 for the first. They'll operate out of the shotgun. Plummer looking to throw. In the back of the end zone. Out of bounds. Player back to punt. Punted out of bounds. First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Offense goes into their goal line set. It's a run. Stopped by Fredrickson. That's his 12th tackle already this game. Second down and 8 to go. He fakes the handoff. Caught by Martin. Third down and 3 for the first. McNabb with the play fake. Caught. Thrown down by Stone. That's the game. The Philadelphia Eagles dominated home. The final score, the Eagles 56, Cardinals 28. So, this is Chris Berman for Tom Jackson saying so long. See you next game right here on ESPN.